like, when you go to the store and you buy staples like paper towels or tin foil for your home, you think of using those things in their traditional ways. Lifestyle and parenting expert Sherry French is here today to show you some creative ways to use products in your homes, maybe ways you never even thought of. Good morning, Sherry.
Good morning.
Let's start with paper towels.
Well, usually I'm using them to clean up spills in my house, but I've got two great ways to use paper towels. This one might be applicable to your house. Corn on the cob, it's the time of year, always in the house. But when my girls were little, they didn't want the stuff on the corn, that silk, so I was forced to pick them off one by one and put them in the garbage. No need to do that anymore. Grab a paper towel that's wet, and all you're going to do is rub your corn down, and the silk comes right onto the paper towel. Super, super easy and a less stressful way for your kids to eat the corn with the stuff on it.
I think we could probably stop right now because I think you just made my day. I went through this just 3 or 4 days ago, and I've never heard of a hack to get the silk off of husked corn on the cob, and now I have one because trust me,
paper towel.
I try to run it underwater. It's like it clings like a spider web. All right, what about tin foil? Instead of making hats with those, what else can you use tin foil for?
Well, this is the one that bowled me over. I can't believe I did not know this. So tin foil in my house, I use it for two things: to wrap up the leftovers that never get eaten, or I actually use it to cover my pie when I'm baking it and then take it off at the end so it browns nicely. But check this out, brown sugar. I always had leftover brown sugar. I would leave it in the plastic, put it in my cupboard, and when I would go to use it again, it was hard as a rock. Throw it in the garbage. You do not need to do that. Take out of the plastic that hard piece of brown sugar, put it in some tin foil, and it's hard to show you on camera, but I'm just gonna wrap it up tight, put it into my oven for 5 minutes at 300, and when you take it out of the tin foil, it's brand new and soft again.
And not melted. That's amazing. So you can actually bring
Wow. Yes, bring it right back to the way you bought it and not throw it in the garbage like I always did, hundreds of times every time I buy that brown sugar.
All right, you're 2 for 2 and blowing my mind, Sherry. Keep going. What about toothpaste? I'm obviously using it to brush my teeth.
Then I did not know this. So my girls are much older. Your girls are much older too. This might be applicable to Bronson. So crayons on the wall, I always had it, but I would paint over it. There is no need to do that. And I don't know if you can see on here, I've got mix and a heart. You need to take a non-gel toothpaste, put it right on that crayon. So I'm just gonna do the M here. Take a toothbrush, and just by rubbing that non-gel, because there's that abrasiveness in just the paste, guess what? The M is going to be gone in 1 second. And then take a paper towel, again, a wet one, wipe it off or a rag, and the M is gone. And again, I know it's hard to see with the light in here, but just by using that non-gel toothpaste, take that crayon off your wall without having to paint it.
Not to mention your walls are gonna smell minty fresh. Not a bad idea. Yeah, it's a twofer.
Well, again, I'm gonna wipe it down. I'm gonna wipe it down after. But yeah, you can also use it to clean your iron. I actually tried it this weekend on my Converse, the little white toes, to polish them up nice and white. Again, who knew about toothpaste?
Toothpaste is amazing. All right, dish soap. You use it to, soap up your dishes and wash them, right?
Again, I was only using it for one thing, to wash my dishes. And this is a great one for my house. So in the summer, Annika plays lacrosse, and we're always going to the lacrosse field. And I would run out of ice in my ice maker in the fridge to fill up my cooler. In a pinch, take your dish soap, fill it up in a Ziploc bag, put it into the freezer, and you've got an ice pack.
Oh, so it retains the cold.
Yep. So again, I took these out about 30 minutes ago, and you can see them start to go, but it is cold. Got one down here too. But again, in a pinch, if you need to do it, you can do it. You also can use dish soap to catch fruit flies, which I always have my fruit out on my counter, at least in the last recent time when I'm trying to take care of my fruit. But if you just take some vinegar in a glass with 3 drops of the dish soap actually cuts the surface tension, and the fruit flies are going to go right to the bottom. And I've actually got one in here already caught.
Wow, using all of these things in completely different ways, and those fruit flies can be annoying. We keep the fruit on the counter in our home too. You want more of these household hints? Thank you so much for the time, Sherry. That's amazing. You want more of this? Just visit @MomHint for some more household hints and other fun stuff from Sherry French right there on Instagram. Thanks once again for joining us. Next.